I've played tennis for 20 years. I didn't really start learning. Sorry.
It's all right, man.
It's all right. All right. I didn't start learning until maybe 17 years ago. I became very passionate about tennis because of Dawn, Andre, and Christoph Herde.
I have my two nephews here, 6 and 8. My other nephew, who's in his 20s, started when he was around 8, and it's like a family tradition because Coach Don Johnson and his crew are the best.
He's been the person to run Kids in Tennis for the last 25 years. I mean, he's the rock.
We met Coach Johnson about 3 years ago when we moved to Portland. Before meeting him, we had played some tennis, but we never really learned the game.
So the right foot's going to help you attack and set up.
Learning tennis with Coach Johnson has really been different, and it's really changed us in many ways. In the past 3 years, we've discovered a lot of kids who've learned a lot from Coach Johnson.
I first met him during the summer at his summer tennis camp.
I met Coach 5 years ago, actually.
How did I meet Coach? Well, since my freshman year in high school.
I found him on the computer. He was wanting to learn tennis, and he looked it up and found Kids in Tennis, and that's how we met with Coach Johnson.
It started all out on a sunny day. My parents decided that we should go play tennis because they're just like, hey, you guys look bored. Let's go have you guys play tennis. And then we met him. Memorable, very memorable.
I remember the first time I ever really saw Coach. He was yelling at some older kids or whatever, telling them to do this and that. And our sister kind of embarrassed us by saying that she was a pro and she knew how to hit a forehand and whatever.
I thought I knew how to play tennis. He quickly showed me I couldn't.
Angle and down in the alley. Angle it in the alley. Ready, flex, angle into the alley.
I liked how he was teaching. He told me that we had this winter stuff that I do now, and I kept playing and I really liked it a lot. It was really fun.
With tennis, he's taught us like determination and grit, and definitely being on time, because time management is his biggest thing.
He knows how to help kids in a certain way, and if one way doesn't work, then he fixes it and finds another way to fix the problem.
He pushes us and he teaches us really well, and I really like how he teaches us.
Well, in the beginning, me and Mr. were very, very shy, and Coach Johnson taught us how to be more assertive and more louder on the court.
Let's get on his backhand to start with on this side. Nice and easy. Don't get it.
Just the fact that he cares about you so much that he'll definitely give you that criticism that you need to better yourself.
He pushes people a lot too, and so I got to where I am now because of him. He likes to he likes to yell at me. He likes to yell at me when I do things wrong, but I know he's yelling at me because he wants me to get better. So.
Another analogy, but Coach is just like Shrek. I mean, he acts like, I am not an ogre, but that's not true. Because like throughout the whole entire movie, at first, everyone's just like, Shrek, you're so mean, like, oh my gosh, like, you need friends. And then like, Shrek gets nicer, and then people are just like, wow, Shrek is a really good guy. I mean, he really wants to do things for the betterment of people. And then by the third movie, you're just like, oh my gosh, Shrek is the most amazing person ever because he's doing things that'll help other people.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop one little bit. There it is. So your ankle should be coming in right now. Right now. Ain't no God. It's just practice over and over. Here's one more. Come on, get it over the net.
Yesterday I was playing this champs thing and I was the best person there besides him. And it's like all these other kids had all these private lessons. And I have free lessons and I play even twice as better than them. So I'm just grateful that Coach was there to help me and that now I can actually show my skills.
Coach taught me how to become a better tennis player, and he's inspired me to go even better.
He's so passionate, just gives so much. He took us to the Junior Olympics, the Collier Cup. The Junior Olympics wasn't just in California, it was in Norfolk, Virginia. You know, and I know not everyone paid everything. So, you know, and that was, you know, it couldn't have come from anyone else but Don, you know, and just the passion of, you know, as you mentioned, hundreds of kids, you know, easily maybe 1,000.
Coach Johnson did a lot for us outside of the Kids in Tennis program. Our freshman year of high school, he helped us establish our high school tennis team. There wasn't any team before, and then he urged us to try and start one, and we were like, okay, we're gonna do it. And he's been to a few of our concerts, and he's also come to our school and visited our video class, and he's been there and he helped us out a little bit. So yeah, it's not just Kids in Tennis for Coach Johnson, it's everything.
Now, here's what happens with the college coach. He sees, like you guys with that sweeper move, see that? He's gonna say, I wanna eliminate that. I want you, in 2 weeks, I want you to start hitting volleys on a consistent basis this way.
Coach would be always talking about how, you know, it's good for us to be going to college and, you know, us looking past just a tennis court. My tennis days as kind of a metaphor for like the rest of like life. How much do you want to work on your forehand? So, you know, the time that you spend on working on your forehand is like an analogy to the time you spend on your homework or the time you spend on your major, the time you spend on your job. It's the time that you spend on something is not going to, it's going to give you the same return of investment that you put into it. And that's something that I feel that's one of my best things I've garnered from Kids in Tennis.
But more than Coach Johnson, what I like is a crew we brought. We have some wonderful coaches that know our kids real well, and they're faithful and just wonderful crew. I just love all of us. I see them, how they put their heart into it. It's just great.
I've never really seen someone this dedicated and this focused on working with kids in addition to their regular job.
I've never seen anything like this in my life with coaches who would just embrace us, embrace community, embrace hard work, and teach what you have inside, and you teach it so well. And so, and the kids know, when I come out to beat them, I tell them all the time, John taught me how to do this.
The thing I will miss most about Coach is honestly his jokes. Also his impressions of other people and just what he says after you get to really know him. That's really funny. I'll just miss his person and his coaching, so Coach, you will be missed.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss his humor too, and I'm gonna miss getting taught from him because he really taught most of what I know, so yeah.
I'll miss everything about Coach Johnson. It's not just one thing in particular, it's everything. Since this is my last year in high school tennis, I'm definitely going to make it to state and make him proud.
Are you going to miss him?